Hey, it's Wednesday. Time for another Action Figure Adventures video here on SEO Tour Review. Today, Baby Skeletor and I are taking a look at some Flea Market finds. First up, we've got a Get Along Gang lunchbox. This is a plastic lunchbox from the 80s with sticker artwork on the front featuring Montgomery Moose and Bingo the Beaver and Zipper the Cat and a whole bunch of other characters from the Get Along Gang. I remember this cartoon show when I was a kid. It was a cheap pickup, so I grabbed it. Also, just as a matter of note, Lisa Becker, if you're looking for your lunchbox, I've got it. Let me know. Alright, next thing I found at the flea market is a sealed case of G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero collector cards. 120 official cards. Always liked this series of cards. Pretty accurate to the comics as far as that there's like honor roll cards for deceased characters and things like that. Pretty cool. My only decision now is, do I keep it sealed so I can say I have a sealed box, or do I open it up and complete my collection, because it was pretty cheap. Alright, on to the actual toys. Who do we start with? Blue Centurion. Blue Centurion was sort of the 6th Ranger for Power Rangers Turbo. He didn't spend a lot of time on the show with the Rangers. He's got this interesting feature on his arm that makes his head stick up, or his hand shoot up, but he also has like the lights on his chest, like the traffic light that moves. Obviously I'm missing his gun that should go here, but Blue Centurion's a great Power Ranger character to add to my collection. Next up, we've got a Gooper Ghost from Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters. This guy came with a partner. In all honesty, I had both of these guys as a kid. I liked the partner better. The partner was like a blue spider-looking guy, as opposed to this weird yellow guy. But they were designed to, like, fill up with slime you could dump on your Ghostbusters. I saw him at a flea market. I was like, I had him. I gotta get him again. Next up, Michelangelo. He's a party dude. Cowabunga! Picked up an original Michelangelo. No weapons, no accessories. But he was in a pile of stuff I was buying, so he kind of came along for the ride. Next up, Green Snork. You know the Snorks? They were like a counterpart to the Smurfs. They lived under the sea. This Snork happens to be blowing a conch shell, signaling the attack on the Empire. Some G.I. Joes we'll go with. Rock and Roll. This is a repaint of the version 2 Rock and Roll figure. He's got a really bad rubber band there. I think this might be version 3 or 4. I can't remember if they repainted him twice for Battle Core or not. But it's a great sculpt. You know, they were trying to compete with Ninja Turtles at this point, so he's got the orange and stuff. That wasn't very G.I. Joe feeling, but it's a great figure. Next up, Sky Striker. This is the pilot that was created for Tiger Force. He's a mix of Wild Weasel with the head of Thunder, and he flew the Tiger Rat, which was the Tiger Force repaint of the Rattler. So this is actually a cool figure because anytime you have vehicle drivers, they're a little bit more rare, a little harder to find. Of course, I don't have his helmet and stuff, but he's cool. Glad to have Sky Striker there. I've got Sonic Fighter Lieutenant Falcon. So this is a repaint of the Lieutenant Falcon figure. This is like the 3rd version. They had the original, they had the Night Force, and they had this version. This version I did not have as a kid. I had the original one and loved him. G.I. Joe the movie was really a big thing for me as a kid. This version of Falcon actually ended up having a drug problem on the cartoon show for Deke. They were trying to teach the kids the dangers of drugs, and Falcon was always the mess up Joe. I also got this Sonic Fighter backpack. I don't know if it's his or not. Still works. Love those terrible 80s/90s sound effects. Dial Tone. This was, I think, the 3rd repaint of Dial Tone. This is Sonic Fighter Dial Tone, right? We had regular Dial Tone, and Dial Tone's one of my favorite figures also from G.I. Joe. I thought his knee pads were so cool as a kid. Dial Tone, and then we had the Brazil Mission Dial Tone, and then we had this version. There was something magical about the original one, though. I loved the backpack that had a microphone that would tilt down to his mouth and his gun and everything. This version, I like the colors to it, but if he doesn't have his original accessories, I feel like something's lost. His whole overall design together worked really well. We have a version of Sci-Fi, G.I. Joe Laser Trooper guy. This is from the end of the line. Last G.I. Joe for this video. Psych Out. This is Sonic Fighter Psych Out. I actually think this might be his backpack. And Psych Out was a weird G.I. Joe that had this like antenna strapped to the back of his head. Nobody knew what to do with him. Psychological warfare is not something kids understand. So they redid him at this point, and he looks kind of like a RoboCop reject. And I'm not really a fan of this version. So he can stand back here anyway, next to Loser Falcon. Next up, E.T. E.T. go to school. E.T. go to school. We got a little E.T. figure. He's got a lunchbox and a backpack and a textbook. Army ants. Picked up a couple army ants. Army ants are hard to find. They're always missing things. They have these squishy butts that are removable. So that goes missing a lot, and also their weapons go missing a lot. These guys don't have their weapons, but because they got squishy ant butts, come on, go back on there. I had to grab them. The one guy here, there's a flamethrower guy. He is missing his backpack, but he's wearing a hood over his face, which we always thought seemed kind of like Cobra Commander. Trying to sneak him in close here so you can see him. But then he's out of the light. Let's zoom. And we're zooming, and we're zooming. There he is. If it would focus on just him. It's a Toy Biz Ben Reilly Spider-Man figure, and I always thought this costume was amazing. So I always really liked it, so when I saw the figure, I had to pick him up. Pop him in the collection there. And last toy from this flea market find, Magna Defender. Picking up another 6 Ranger from Power Rangers. Thanks for watching this Action Figure Adventures video. Do Baby Skeletor a favor, hit that like and subscribe button.